Alright.
Indeed.
We're back.
After some editing.
The thing is, this isn't even going to take that much time to edit.
Oh yeah, it's a short game. So.
Short game. So far we have about an hour and a half of recording. And we're almost done.
Yeah. Alright, Mustafar, then we'll have... Well, we got maybe 4, maybe 5 more planets to go to. As to levels, it depends on how many more space levels.
Random clips from 2 different movies!
Oh yeah, this is one of the last people to use droids. They tried to build another army to fight the Empire with.
Why would they try to fight the Empire? Because he turned on them. Sent Anakin to go kill them all.
I did.
What a jerk.
I did it.
What a jerk.
I am a jerk.
What a jerk.
Yep.
I
did it!
Wasn't, I think, wait, didn't the Death Star work? No. I think I heard a rumor one time that they used the Death Star to take down the planet with all the clones after they tried to rebel. So then I'm like, I don't think that happened because I remember in the movies they were going to test the Death Star on Alderaan.
Yeah. What makes me wonder is did the Death Star have hyperspace capabilities?
That's what I wonder. That thing got places fast.
I know.
Like, because the Millennium Falcon went in hyperspace to get away from the Death Star, which was right where Alderaan was, to Yavin 4, which was the planet with the rebel base. And the Death Star was, like, over there in a matter of time.
Yeah. Imperial pilot.
I want to know what other what testings and all that they did to find a laser that could destroy an entire planet.
Calm down, pilot. Get out there and destroy.
I remember it was something Geonosian, because that's the guy who had the plans. He gave it to Dooku. At the end of episode 2.
Yeah.
So the Geonosians probably have plans that they probably just had to destroy a lot of the Geonosian leaders and whatnot, so that nobody else would get this ability.
Indeed. Destroy everything. Got a new pistol.
Die! 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 Everybody die!
Everybody join me!
Everybody clap your hands! Boom! That ship looks angry.
Indeed.
I am disturbed with all these bombs you keep throwing on me. I am now dead. Your body's dead.
Alright, men. Now get into your fighters and give those droids...
Are you on the Death Star?
No.
Their fighters and
We're on a Star Destroyer.
Watch out for the asteroids, pilots.
I always love the Star Destroyers. So shiny and black.
Dangerous.
I want a bank that the interior of the bank looks like the inside of a Star Destroyer.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'd go to that bank every day. You got any checks? No, I don't got any checks to give.
I'm just here because it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't remember the precise name of these types of starfighters. Or
these are TIE Interceptors.
What was? I know Darth Vader's was an interceptor of sorts, but his seemed a lot smaller than normal ones.
His I think was his was adapted or
I like to think that his is like the TIE Fighter model of a Jedi Starfighter.
Yeah.
Of sorts. I like to think that's what his is, and that's why he has his own specific one.
Yeah.
Or like a Sith ship or whatnot. Like Darth Maul's looked kind of like a really long, big TIE Fighter.
Right.
Stuff like that. I think things about people's ships in Star Wars.
Yay! Die!
You'd think that the last bit of the Trade Federation, or Geonosian and whatnot, Trade Federation's people's stuff, you'd think the last of them wouldn't stay at the place where the last Geonosian, or the last Trade Federation leaders were killed.
I know, right?
They might have left by now. Gone somewhere very, very far away.
And a galaxy far, far away.
They went to Earth. And that's why we have corrupt markets.
Dun dun dun!
Star Wars makes sense of everything.
Blasted, die already!
I love playing through the Rogue Squadron games. Those are some of my favorite flight simulation games.
Nice.
And one of my favorite ships to always fly in is the A-Wing. Because those things are flipping fast.
Well, yeah.
Fastest rebel fighters. And you'd be like hunting down TIE fighters. You could take out 3 in like a matter of seconds.
Destroy everything!
It died. Time to die.
Indeed. But for them!
Droid Tri-Fighter. They're trying to copy our names. Kill them.
Destroy them all!
Oh, the one you're hunting died. You don't have a droid on your ship, do you?
No.
The ships with droids in the Battlefront games heal themselves over time.
No, if you have a pilot.
Well, that was also a droid.
I don't think so. I think it's if you're a pilot class it heals itself.
What are the droids for? I remember the droids did something specifically.
I'm not sure.
Leaving the battlefield. What are you talking about? The ship's right behind me.
I know, right?
You can't put a range on this stuff.
It's space, man. You can't just put range.
Die in space.
Yay!
New objective. Their ship is vulnerable. Destroy it.
Use a bomber to deliver the maximum damage.
Get a bomber.
The shield generator's been hit.
Yeah.
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 It's a trap.
It's a trap, it's a trap! Oh, no, I'm kidding. We'll get to that later.
I haven't played, I'm going to say there now, I haven't played the Old Republic, and I don't plan to anytime soon. Mainly because I'm still playing WoW. And while I'm playing WoW, I don't feel any need to go play Old Republic. But, because mainly I'm trying to save money.
Right.
And I have the year thing for WoW. I've made it so that I'm going to be paying for WoW for a year as of, I think, October or something. And I got a free mount for every one of my characters, and I get Diablo 3 for free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a little promotion thing they were having. The mount's not that cool, but I get free Diablo 3, so that's pretty cool. I've never played the Diablo games, but it's one of Blizzard's like main game series, so it seems pretty cool.
Sweet.
But one thing that I've noticed a lot of people I know who play the Old Republic have complained about is how you don't get much diversity in your character. You're, for the most part, a human-looking character.
Really?
It showed, there was a picture somebody posted where it showed like a list of the traditional like Star Wars races, like Wookiees, the guy that Greedo is, like the little co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon in Episode 6. All these different races, then you couldn't be any of them. You were like almost always a human of some sort. And I'm like, you'd think in a Star Wars MMO they'd give you the option to like be any of those different races. That'd be really cool. I'd love being a Wookiee.
I know, right?
That ship you're in, it looks kind of like one of the Naboo ships, but no, it's not.
It was the ship Grievous took.
That's the one. Victory!
Yay!
We need the rolly ships.
I know, right?
Roly poly! That'd be cool.
Indeed. Explosion!
Weren't you on that ship?
Yes.
You died for the greater good. You died so that more can die later.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Always. You didn't know that?
No. I didn't know that. War hero.
Yay.
Because you died. That's what my... No, wait. That's what my second character in Mass Effect is. A war hero.
Nice.
Because my first character is my normal character, that's me. I'm not really good or bad, I just do whatever I feel like I want to do at the time. My second character was a, like, super soldier lady. Who was, like, always doing what was right for, like, everything.
Right.
And she was a war hero. I made her, like, the most, like, hardened person ever. Oh no! Everything's falling!
Everything's getting into the lava!
Guys, I have this great idea. Listen up. This great idea.
What?
We're gonna take a base.
Okay.
We're gonna make a base. We can make a lot of, like, droids and ships and stuff. Make them all really cool.
Okay.
We're gonna take the base, and we're gonna put it on lava.
What?
We're gonna put it on lava.
That's ridiculous.
No, we're gonna put it on lava, because then if something comes and happens to us, we can just drop it in the lava, and no one will have our technology. We'll have like a big button that's the "Do not press unless you really mean it" button. And we can press it, and the whole thing will drop.
But that's what self-destruct is for.
Yes, but if self-destruct, you leave a mess all over the place. They can pick up things from the mess. If we drop it in lava, they have to go in the lava to get it.
Or, they could just use their Jedi to keep the base afloat.
You know how many Jedi that would take? It'd take like 5 little green men. They only have 1. They only have 2. And one of them only made a very small appearance in the entire series.
So we blew them up.
He was a background character.
He was just kind of there.
Blew up the planet.
Why put a base on lava?
I don't know.
All right, troops.
They even have lava pouring through. You think it'd get really flipping hot.
Eventually,
I think it does.
And if only I weren't in this heavy armor, I wouldn't be sweating so much.
Feels so wrong.
It feels so good, so right, yet so wrong. He like yelled at you. He's like, guys, let's go. Is that guy on your side?
What?
The guy who yelled?
Probably.
Oh, I think he's one of the like guys who wears the big old helmets and whatnot, but they don't cover the face.
Right.
Like the guy who told them to fire the laser.
Fire the laser.
Fire the laser.
That thing tried to trick me. It exploded, but it didn't die.
It's a sad thing in this time of technology and space fighting and whatnot that we had to rely on grasshopper people to tell us that putting 3 lasers together can destroy a planet. It's a very sad time indeed. You think we could have figured it out, but no, the grasshoppers, they knew.
They held on to it for a long time. They just didn't want to tell anyone.
We teach you our ancient ways, and you learn from these ways.
Take control of the walkway.
You use laser to kill planet. How do you do it? Use 3 lasers, and you kill planets.
Keep moving.
But we've tried 3 lasers. It just makes big holes. Put lasers together. That just makes a really big laser. Okay? Shoot 3 lasers at each other, and then they turn into 1 laser that kills planets. You're a genius, Mr. Grasshopper Man.
He tries. So hard.
That was like my Mexican Mako accent.
That
Whatever.
looks like a good place to make a stand. Capture it.
Whatever works.
I am Mako. That reminds me. Cannot wait for Legend of Korra.
I know. I want to see that.
It looks so good. It's made by the same exact people who made the original series. The original series was great from beginning to end. The only thing I didn't like was the Appa moments in the desert. I was like, I get it, he's lost! But that only happened for like 2 episodes, so I was like, alright, whatever, I'm over it.
I have to say, some of my favorite parts though were in the desert when Sokka got the cactus juice.
That was great. That whole show from beginning to end was just amazing.
Indeed.
It's all on Instant Watch Netflix now.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about Avatar The Last Airbender.
And you're all sad people for not knowing.
And not the crappy movie.
The movie was pretty. I'll give it that much. That's all I'm gonna give it. It was pretty. That's it. It was pretty.
I still think the guy Katara's looks all wrong.
Any
It was
droid
pretty.
you destroy today will come back to haunt us
Grass
tomorrow.
looked cool.
Wipe them out. These Geonosians
But it was Pocahontas in space.
new Confederate infantry prototypes.
In space?
Destroy the schematics
Pocahontas
before
in
they
a
can
distant
use them to
flat.
build a
There
new
you go.
droid army.
With space technology. So it's in space. It opened up the movie with him in space.
Seriously?
It was on the ship going to the planet.
I haven't seen the movie. I know it's crap, but I've never seen the movie.
He was on a ship going to the planet at the very beginning.
You're joking.
It's space travel. It's not Earth. It doesn't take place on Earth. It's a different planet.
Yeah, but they never mentioned space travel in the the movie, the TV show. I can't get my series right.
You're going crazy.
Yes. Yes, I
I'm
am.
talking about the Blue People movie.
Oh.
Legend of Korra. I've seen. I'm like one of the Korra fan things, so I get to see all the early stuff. I saw the first scene of the White Lotus going to the Southern Water Tribe, or one of the Southern Water Tribes, to find the Avatar, and they go to the family, and the family's all proud, like, well, we believe your search is finally over, and they're like, we have seen like hundreds of kids. What makes you think? Next thing you know, the wall goes boom, and the little girl's like, I'm the Avatar! You start shooting rocks, fire, and water all over the place. Like, oh my god, this is great.
You're gonna have to show me that. You're gonna have to show me that, because I want to see that now.
And the main concept I've seen that my cousin told me about and whatnot was that apparently there's going to be a war going on between benders and non-benders.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that was
oh
my
God.
understanding.
I'm like, that's kind of freaky because Sokka proved that you don't need bending.
Yeah.
And he was like the war hero of the crew. by the end of it all.
Which means we're all gonna die!
And apparently the only thing the Avatar needs to learn now is airbending.
Which
But
I think
the last Avatar was the last airbender.
No. Apparently he has a son.
Oh yeah, he does have a son. But it's gonna be a
him
pretty
and
old dude
Katara
now.
got.
Gotta be a pretty old dude by now.
Yeah. But still willing to teach airbending.
Because he's gotta be pretty old because the son had to have been like born, let's see, around the time he's like 50 or younger, if Aang's 50 or younger. And I'm guessing Aang lived for quite a long time unless he was killed.
Well, I guess they might be able to pull,
because they can't be born. Him and the new Avatar can't live in the same time.
Yeah. What I'm guessing is, what they could have done is have Aang as a spirit guide. The spirit guide might teach her.
I hope to God he's a spirit guide. He better be. He'd be the funniest
he's her spirit guide.
He'd be the funniest spirit guide ever.
Yeah, he's her spirit guide.
I remember the whole episode about Roku telling about his past and whatnot, and that was just an awesome episode. Now Aang's gonna be like, yeah, I used to be chased around by the Fire Lord all the flipping time.
Guess what? You should thank me you don't have that going on.
I'm gonna teach you a really cool thing where you can just take someone's bending away. It's not gonna be useful in this fight because it's against non-benders. I actually really liked that they came up with a smart way to make it so he didn't have to kill the Fire Lord. Yeah. Because he's a monk. He's pretty much against violence.
But that was kind of out of nowhere, the whole he could take away bending thing.
That was taught to him by the lion turtle thing.
We don't even know if that was what he taught. All we know is that suddenly Aang was at peace.
He knew what he had to do.
Barely. I mean,
and that lion creature thingamajig has apparently been around since like the beginning of the world in that, because they grow bigger and bigger over their lifespan.
Right.
And that thing's the biggest animal he's ever seen in the entire
planet. When they're in the library, the Owl's library. Yes. When they're in the Owl's library, there is a picture of the turtle in there.
Ooh. There's gonna be explaining. I know it. If there's one thing these creators do, they explain things when they need to.
Indeed. Ah, Mustafar. Destroyed.
Destroy it all! Yay, bombers! Yay! Random bomber flying. Good job, guys. GG, man. GG. We're out of here.
Yep. Bye, peoples.
You also got to think, how does the Death Star move? It doesn't have any jet propeller things on it at all.
I know.
It's just a big ball in space. It has a Star Destroyer come over and like grab a giant like golf club. Thank you.
No, it's the Emperor. He pulls out a giant interstellar golf club and uses the Force.
He just moves it with the Force. Alright, we need this one to go over here. This one to go over here. And there. And look! I made Clifford the dog.
Oh, did you see Nostalgia Critic's new review on Thomas the Tank Engine?
No. I haven't seen his newest one, but I saw the last two that he did. The,
Ponyo.
Ponyo. I've never seen Ponyo, so that was a really weird review for me to watch.
I saw it. I have to say, I did not care for it.
I haven't seen it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so weird. Is she a Muppet?
I saw it, and
looks like a Muppet.
There's no explaining as to why anything's the way it is.
Why the mom can't drive.
Why a human is dating apparently some sea god.
Fish.
And wants to destroy the world, and we never get any more of that. He just says,
There never was a clone rebellion.
Give me ham!
Unofficially, approximately 20 years after we were created.
So this is going to be a weird fight. Stormtroopers versus clone troopers?
Yes.
Oh god. What about the stormtroopers? What about the original clone troopers?
They are the Empire's army right now.
Was the Empire worried that they'd get like defective or whatnot?
I think that's what happened. Oh, we get Boba Fett in this one.
Yeah.
You want to do this because it has Boba Fett?
Nah. I'm just gonna watch. Boba! And you gotta start off as Boba too.
Jetpack!
It's interesting they got Boba to come here because considering he's pretty much taking down his self and all these different things, he is a clone. And now he's going to destroy the place that made him by killing all these other clones and whatnot.
Flamethrower!
Yeah!
Bye!
Whee! I love Boba Fett.
Before we leave,
He's the weird character of Star Wars. He had like 2 minutes of screen time, and yet he's like one of the most fan-favorited characters.
I know, right?
It doesn't make any sense, but everybody loves it.
It happens.
It's because the expanded universe.
Yes.
And the whole him blowing up his own armor to kill a Sarlacc from the inside out moment.
Wasn't that the same armor that Jango Fett used?
It was just old and whatnot, and he colored it a little differently.
Right.
Because it's Mandalorian armor. And Jango was like one of the last Mandalorians around, right?
I'm not sure if Jango was Mandalorian or if he was human using Mandalorian armor.
Pretty sure he was Mandalorian. He had like the fighting skill and whatnot of it.
Well, anyone can get that skill so long as they train their whole life. Still.
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
You died.
I forgot he couldn't use his
back for that
jetpack.
sample.
I forgot he couldn't use his jetpack.
Good job. You killed Boba. It wasn't even a Sarlacc. Now he's just swimming.
Well, the planet's always in a storm. You notice that?
One of the stories that I can't remember where I read it from, but I remember it, was a story about Han Solo and Lando's past and whatnot. And apparently when they were younger, them and Boba Fett used to be like around each other all the time.
So they're like best buddies?
Kind of, I think, more kind of like Pokemon rivals, but less douchey.
Right.
Because I always knew that Lando and Han had like known each other all the way back.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they're old buddies.
They
They're old buddies. But like, apparently there's a history between Boba and them.
Huh. That explains why he was so willing to go after Han Solo.
I think Aranis knows more about the whole Boba and Han Solo and them history than
I'll
I
have
do.
to ask him.
But
I'm gonna hang out with him later, so.
I remember them. I can't remember where I read it though. I remember it was something, but they used to like when they were younger be around each other, like get into trouble or whatnot.
Someone take out that
You gotta think, what happened to Boba after his dad died? He was like only 8.
I know, right?
But apparently he still had the ship and everything.
Apparently.
He knew how to fly it when he was 8. He knew how to fly that thing flawlessly.